time for The Pet Show with America's favorite pet expert, Warren Eckstein. Warren is the author of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want and How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. He's here to answer all your pet and animal questions. And now, Warren Eckstein.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to The Pet Show. Is your Pomeranian acting a bit pompous? Does your cat remind you of Jekyll and Hyde? Do your terriers have you totally terrified? Well, if you love animals, I'm assuming you do, care about wildlife and the environment, and want to really learn how to understand your dogs and cats the way they think almost as well as they understand you, if you're confused about your pet's behavior or just want to improve their lifestyle, you know what to do. Stay tuned, because once again, right here, right now, it is time for The Pet Show. That's right, America's first and only real pet psychology, training, behavior, and of course, pet lifestyle show. So hop up on my couch. Bring those furry little buddies with you, folks, because it is that time once again to let the animal analyzing begin. Hello, everybody. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. The place where we absolutely, positively, never a doubt about it, love, adore, and as I stress every single week, respect pets and animals as much as you do. By the way, if you're new to The Pet Show, let me just remind everyone that if you call into The Pet Show, everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live on the air today will in fact be getting a fabulous gift for their best furry little buddy, dog or cat, makes no difference. And again, if you're new to the show, many of the items I give away are worth $25, $35, $45, even $50, thanks to my amazing sponsors. So if you have a question about your dog or cat's behavior, they're digging, they're jumping, they're humping, they're going after everyone, they look like Cujo, your cat scratched your favorite chair, maybe he's not drinking enough water, keeping you up at night, is peeing outside the litter box, that's what we do here on the show. We take any issues or problems you may inquiring with your pet, and a lot of it's due to just misunderstanding. So I kind of like the one who puts it all together for you. If you have a question about your dog or cat, great time to give me a call. And by the way, as I said, everyone that calls into The Pet Show and does in fact get to talk to me live on the air today will be getting a fabulous gift for their dog or their cat. A great way to give me a call. Let me give you that phone number. The phone number here at The Pet Show, 866-870 KRLA. That's 866-870-KRLA. Or if you're more of a numbers person, that's 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. And as I said, I'll be giving away Lucy Pet Food, Hugs and Kisses, copies of my best-selling books, T-shirts, all-natural herbal flea spray. People are loving that. So again, the phone number's here at The Pet Show. If you have a question or a comment, or if you just want to answer the question of the day. And I made this one pretty kind of, one that I enjoy. Now, Molly and Willie, my rescue dogs, have many words that make them totally thrilled, totally happy. But I wanted to get some info from you guys today. What's your dog or cat's happy word? Is it mommy's home, pop's home, let's go for a walk, or phrase, do you want a treat, new toy, or someone by name they know is coming over? What is your dog or cat's favorite word or happy word? Give me a call, let me know, and if you get through, I will send a great gift for your best friend. That'll even make them a whole lot happier. The phone number again, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Let me tell you what I have planned for today's show. As always, your phone calls, your questions, your comments, your response to my questions are always the priority. But if we have time today, I'd love to share some really interesting and topics that I hope will help you out. So I want you to listen up right now. You know, let's face it, we all want our dogs and our cats to be happy. Of course we do. But it can be really disheartening when they're feeling scared, anxious, or even depressed. Coming up on today's show, an important subject. I'm going to talk about the signs you need to know to look for if your dog or cat is going through an emotional drama. Now, before you say this guy Warren's crazy, animals don't go through emotional dramas the way people do, you are so wrong. Anyone who's ever had the privilege and the opportunity to live with an animal realizes that they do have emotional feelings. They do go through emotional drama as well. So we're going to take a look at that because I know you all want your dogs and cats to be happy. Of course we do. But it can really make us feel bad when we notice that our dogs or cats are feeling scared, anxious, or depressed. So we'll help you get through that, or help your pets get through that emotional drama. Also coming up on today's show, does your dog act aggressively to strangers? You know, I was going to do this last week, but of course, Warren ran out of time. So by the way, it'll be posted on my YouTube channel. I'll give you that info a little bit later. But, you know, answering some simple questions can help determine the cause and the resolution. Did you know that the majority of dogs that wind up at shelters and are killed at shelters are based on behavioral issues? Very often those behavioral issues are what are considered aggressive behavior, when it's not really aggressive behavior at all. So if your dog is acting aggressively towards strangers, whether you're walking on the street, someone coming to the house, or whatever you're doing, we're going to take a look at that. I'll answer some simple questions, and I'm going to ask you some simple questions, because if you can answer a couple of questions, I can help you resolve any aggressive issues that you may be having. Also coming up, is it possible, hear me out on this one now, this is from my feline lovers out there, is it possible that your smell, that's right, the way you smell, can calm your cat down? Is it possible the way you smell can calm your dog down? And why do so many cats sniff their guardians, especially around the face? We'll take a look at that as well. As always, plenty of time for all your questions and comments. Lots of great stuff to give away. So if your pet happens to be chewing, jumping, maybe they're confused about the litter box, maybe your rescue dog is not housebroken, or the poor guy suffering with separation anxiety, even depression, your dog is chasing anything that moves, cat scratched your favorite chair, and your dog literally believes if he sees it, he's got to hump it, give me a call. Let me know. Again, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And as I said, the word or the question of the day is, what is your dog or cat's happy word? Mommy's home, daddy's home, do you want a treat? Let's go for a walk. You want to go in the yard? What is your dog or cat's favorite word? Give me a call and let me know. If you get through and I talk to you live, a great gift will be on its way to you. Again, the phone number here, 866-870 KRLA, 866-870-5752. And a reminder, if you want to see the face behind the mic, we're broadcasting live today on my YouTube channel. You can ask me questions on YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Literally, there's hundreds and hundreds of lots of information there as well. But if you want to watch the show live today on YouTube, just go to my YouTube channel. It's easy enough. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. Check it out. I'll take some questions. We're building this YouTube, my YouTube page up an awful lot, because it gives me the opportunity. You know, sometimes when I answer a question, I'll get to you, Sonia, Tony, and Lisa. Usually when I answer questions on the air, we get to resolutions and we resolve a lot of issues, but sometimes I would love to go into more depth about a specific problem. Even the aggressive dog situation, I'm going to talk about it, but I'd love to go into more depth. That gives me the opportunity. My YouTube channel gives me the opportunity to spend a lot more time on issues that I may not have the amount of time to share on the show. So check out the YouTube channel, subscribe. It's free. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. That's my name. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. Again, plenty of time to answer your pet and animal questions. And here's my plea to you guys. If you have a dog, if you have a cat that has an issue that's driving you crazy, or making you even consider the fact that you can't deal with it, you have to make another decision, give me a call. Let me help you out. Let me try to help prevent as many dogs and as many cats from winding up at shelters, rescues, or worse, abandoned on the streets. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I've been doing for over 50 years, is trying to resolve issues so that the dogs and cats can have the best quality of life that we can give them. So if you have any questions or comments, want to share a story, I value your opinions. Again, give me a call, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And as I said, I'll take some questions on YouTube as well, youtube.com/thepetshow, youtube.com/thepetshow. So what did I do this week? I'll get to your phone calls, I promise. I went to Venice Beach. Now, that may not sound interesting to you, but I live in Santa Monica, less than 2 miles from Venice Beach. Yet I have not been to Venice Beach in over 2 years because of the crime and so many other issues there. And what I miss most about Venice Beach is there's no better places in America to sit down, maybe have a glass of wine, a beer, and just watch all the different dogs walk by with the people they're walking with. It's just amazing. I see dogs, rare breeds that you would never see anywhere else. Just an incredible place. So I finally went to Venice Beach. Denise and I said, we're going there. We went down there, and I just got to thank the sheriff and the people that worked with him there, because I got to tell you, I felt really safe and comfortable there, and I'm going to be back every week. I used to jog there 3 times a week. Back to Venice Beach. It's on its way back, and I'm really glad to hear that. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the Pet Show. Let me start out with a call right now. Let me go to Montebello and start out with Sonia. Hey, Sonia, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi.
How are you today?
Okay.
What can I do for you?
I have a female orange cat, and she has a little raccoon toy that when she puts it in her mouth, she screams, runs around the whole house with it. And we're wondering, what is she trying to do? Or are we supposed to hug her or
Well, no, and it sounds to me, and sometimes cats can even go through a little bit of a false pregnancy. How long has she had this toy, and how long has this reaction with the toy been going on?
She's had this toy since we got her as about 9 weeks old.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, she's about 12 now.
Oh, so you've had it for 12, and this has been going on for 12 years?
No, it's been going on for 3.
Okay. As our cats get older, as our dogs get older, as we get older, sometimes we have changes in terms of the way we think and our emotions. It sounds to me like this early toy that you gave her when you first got her at 12 or 13 weeks, now that she's going through her senior stages, maybe there's a little bit of dementia going on, a little bit of kitty Alzheimer. What they often do, dogs do this as well, and people do this as well, they will go back to something that was so comforting to them when they were younger, and now it becomes that same way when they get older. In terms of the crying, I'd love to hear it, but there's different ways a cat will cry. Sometimes it's a cry of panic or sadness, but I think in your situation, it's a cry or noise of contentment that she's refound something that is comforting to her. So I would not be overly concerned about it unless you notice other changes in behavior. And the reason I brought up false pregnancy, over the years, I've literally worked with several cats and dogs that would find one toy that they had, and this toy actually became psychologically or emotionally their child. So they can go through false pregnancy. But in your case, I think it's just kind of relating back. It's like if someone pulled up in front of my house right now in a 58 Chevy, one of my first cars, man, would I be happy, and I'd be making all kinds of noise as well. So I wouldn't be overly concerned about it at this point, Sonia.
Okay, so we shouldn't take it away and
No, not at all. Not at all. It's probably.
Wash it?
How long does she play with it, and does she eventually stop and calm down?
Oh, she just carries it in her mouth until she finds a spot where she can hide it.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes she screams so loud, my neighbors are going to call 911.
Yeah, well, let your neighbors call 911, and your cat screams one time. Excuse me.
Okay.
Let her,
so
Sonia. Let her do.
In the washing machine.
You can wash it. Just I would use a very, very mild type of detergent. And you know what?
Okay,
how dirty is it?
Well, it's old, and it doesn't even resemble a raccoon anymore.
Leave it alone. Don't even wash it. Don't even wash it. Leave it alone.
Okay.
How would you have liked your parents to clean your favorite toy? I wanted my toys dirty the way I played with. Listen, Sonia, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, and for your 12-year-old cat, I'm going to send you some kitty lickies from my good friends over at Lucy Pet on its way to you. Hey, the phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Have a question or comment, want to share a story, a great time to give me a call. I really want to hear about the question of the day here is, do your dog or cats have a favorite word? I mean, we can talk about you want to go for a walk, you want a cookie, but you people are kind of amazing sometimes, and you come up with words, and your pets respond to those words. So I'd love to hear some unusual words that you maybe use that get your dog or cats really, really excited. Give me a call. I'll send you a great gift. 866-870 KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through to the show. Let me take a quick break, and then I'll get right back to the phone calls. They certainly did call it puppy love. We are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. If you're new to the show, just a reminder that everyone that does call in and have a question or a comment about their dog or cat will get an incredible gift. Don't get excited. You know by now it's not for you. It is for your dog or cat. And again, I'll be giving away on today's show my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats for dogs or cats. I'll be giving away Arthrosuit Gold, a fabulous product if you have a dog that's a little bit older or a dog or cat with hip situations. Copies of my best-selling books, Either Dog or Cat Behavior, Hemp Seed Oil from Nature Vet, Kitty Lickies, Lucy Pet Food, copies of those amazing T-shirts that say, "None of my friends walk upright," and many hemp seed products, and a brand new item I'm giving away. A lot of people like this. I'm giving away some all-natural herbal flea spray. So everyone that calls into the show does get to talk to me live on the air will, in fact, get a fabulous gift for their dog or cat. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And if you just want to answer the question of the day, it is pretty simple. What's your dog or cat's happy word? What's the word you say to your dog or cat that makes them happy? You want to go out, you want to go for a walk, mommy's home, daddy's home. What is that word? Give me a call, let me know. I'll send you a great gift, 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. Let me go to Tony right now in San Francisco. Hey, Tony in San Francisco, welcome to the show.
Hi. How are you?
I could not be better. How are you today?
I am doing very good. So I rescued a blue-nosed pit bull about 4 years ago, and I knew that he had skin issues when I got him, but it's just been such a really tough time getting his skin issues under control. And he's always itchy. I've tried everything that the vet has recommended, and so I finally tried a raw food diet, and I think it's helped a little bit, but not 100%. So I just wanted to see what you would suggest and if you would recommend a raw food diet.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't recommend the raw food diet at all for many, many reasons. You might hear great things about it from the people that manufacture it and even people that use it. But the bottom line is I speak with tens of thousands of people every week, and I hear about the salmonella. I hear about the bones that sometimes are in it. I hear about dogs and cats getting sick. People swear by it, so I'm not going to say that you shouldn't use it. That's your option if someone wants to use raw food. Particularly from my experience, I do not use raw food on my pets. Now, let's get back to the hair, and let's get back to the skin and coat of your dog. Number one, the two most important things to keep a dog or cat's skin and coat in good shape are, number one, something called lecithin, and number two, something called biotin. What I did, because when I put my Hugs and Kisses supplements together years ago, the reason I put it together is so many people were complaining about shedding and dander and dry skin and hot spots and hairballs. So that was the thing I focused on. We've made a lot of changes since then. So now in the brand new Hugs and Kisses 4-in-1 supplements, what I've done is I put both of them together. So not only do I have the lecithin, I also have the biotin put together, as well as other things for hips and joints, whatever. So what I'd like to do, Tony, is I'm going to send you a jar of the Hugs and Kisses supplements for your dog. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. It may take 3 or 4 weeks, but I'm telling you, you can read the reviews on Amazon. It's going to make a big difference, specifically in the skin and coat. If it's not an allergy problem, if it's an allergy problem, that's a different ballgame, but even the Hugs and Kisses will help with that. So is it okay if I send you a jar, Tony?
That would be wonderful. Thank you. Is it like a chew? Or
it's like, they're Hugs and Kisses. Of course, they're shaped like little hearts. They're semi-moist. They're about the size of a fingernail, your pointy fingernail, and they're semi-moist. Most dogs love them. You eat them right away, but if you want, you can break it over their food. It goes by the weight. You should go read the reviews. You're gonna love this. Listen, you should look at my hair. No, I'm just joking. You're gonna love these reviews. It's an amazing product that's been around for a long time. We just kind of redid it and even improved a little more. So I'm gonna send a jar to you. Your dog will love it. You can use it as a treat. That's what we call it, Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats. And give me a call back in a few weeks and let me know how you're doing. How's that?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks,
Tony, don't go anywhere, Tony. Listen, I'm going to put you on hold and tell if you can tell Suzette where you're listening or where you're watching or hearing. I'm going to put you on hold and we're going to send you some Hugs and Kisses for your beautiful dog on its way. I'm bragging a lot, and I'm going to brag because I want to brag. I mean, go read the reviews. Go to Amazon. Read the reviews of Hugs and Kisses supplements. I know you hear other things on the radio, but read the reviews about Hugs and Kisses. My name, my face is on the label. You think I'd put it out there if it wasn't going to help your dogs and cats? I'm telling you, Hugs and Kisses, Hugs and Kisses. I'm going to do a commercial for them in a little while, but then for me in a little while. But there are so many good things about Hugs and Kisses. I really wish you would check it out. And it's not just a matter of pitching it for the nickel I might make on a jar. Believe me, it's good for your dogs and your cats. Phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. I'm going to leave this with you while we take a quick break and then come back to Michael, Tony, Lisa, and Linda. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior agrees with me. Behavioral issues, not infectious diseases, are the number one cause of death for dogs under 3 years old in this country. The American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior, behavioral issues, not infectious disease. That means more dogs and cats are killed because of behavioral issues than diseases or illness or other sickness. And 99% of those can be resolved if people just have the time to do it. Makes me crazy. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Let me take a quick break. I'm going to, if I have to bypass my topics, I'm going to get to your calls. So Lisa, Tony, Michael, Linda will get to your calls. But right now, listen up. And we are back on the Pet Show. Got a question or a comment about your dog or cat? They're jumping, they're humping, they're digging. Your cat scratched your favorite chair, looks at the litter box and says, "There's no way I'm peeing there." If you have a question about your pet's behavior, you've come to the right place. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is the Pet Show. Great time to give me a call. A reminder, everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me will get a great gift for their dog or cat. And the question of the day is, what is your dog or cat's happy word? Come on, don't your dog or cats have happy words? Walk, talk, cookie, whatever. Give me a call. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. That's 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. And as I said, I got lots of great stuff to give away, and plenty of time to answer all of your questions. Come on, I would love to hear from somebody. Don't your dogs or cats have a favorite word? I know mine do. They have several favorite words. What's your dog or cat's favorite word? Give me a call. But right now, let me go to Michael in Valley Village. Hey, Michael, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hey, Mr. Eckstein, thank you for taking my call.
You can call me Warren, Mike. That's okay.
All right, Warren. I'm calling. We have two rescues. One is a tuxedo. The other is a Maine Coon. That when we got her about 9 years ago as a rescue, she was about 23 pounds. Over the last 10 months after she was diagnosed with hyperthyroid, she is down to 4.6 pounds.
Wow. And that's not uncommon.
Well, the good news over this period of time, we call her Benjamin Buttons. She has had a whole new life of jumping and running and exploring where she never had that capability before. However, as she's gone down to 4.6 pounds, she has chosen more to hide out in various places around the apartment and only comes out to eat, and we change her diaper about 5 times a day. And my question is there something I can do to make her more comfortable? She was always with me. She was like glued to my hip. But more recently, as I said, she has chosen to hide out.
Yeah, which is not unusual. First of all, hyperthyroidism generally shows up in a cat as they get older. And one of the things you notice about a cat that has hyperthyroidism is they become incredibly active. They're running around like babies and blah, 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 and that's why they lose the weight. I'm assuming you've been working with a veterinarian. Here are 4 basic things in terms of the treatment of hyperthyroidism. Number one, obviously, is I'm sure the vet has changed the diet. Has he?
No, not really. She is a good eater.
Yeah, but see, but see, that's not the point. The point is she needs a prescription diet. I would speak to your vet, find out if a prescription diet that's specifically made or will really benefit her if she is suffering with a hyperthyroidism. There are medications on the market that are being developed every day. In severe cases, they can use a radioactive and sometimes even surgery. So I think this is more in terms of keeping her comfortable. I mean, I know you tell her you love her every day, and I know you're treating her properly. But I think at this point you have to work in combination with the behavioral or the psychological and the physiological. A cat down to 4.5 pounds, where the average weight of a cat is probably in the neighborhood of 8 to 10, concerns me a little bit. So maybe there's a high caloric specified diet specifically for the cat. Maybe there are other things that the vet can recommend that's beyond my or out of my lane. So I would have this conversation. And if the vet is not talking about diet with a hyperthyroid cat, I think perhaps you should get a second opinion at this point as well.
Okay. All right. They wanted to do radiation. We decided against that because that would have killed her. As I said, she was attached at my hip.
Yeah, you have, and that's something a lot of people have to take into consideration. Great point, by the way. Having recently gone through radiation myself, you have to be up to it, and especially from a psychological standpoint, the cat being so bonded to you, if radiation was kind of not a last resort, but something the vets say, this is the miracle, this is that magic bullet. That's a different ball game. But I think I would have a conversation. I would see another vet right now, an internist, talk about diet, talk about medications. Let's start there, and then if they have to go further, they will with you. But the fact that she's down to 4 pounds or 4.5 pounds, I would take care of that right away.
All right, I appreciate it. We're just doing the medication in the ear.
Which is a lot. But I would definitely get a second opinion at this point.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Dr.
Oh, no, I just want to. I don't want to send you any type of food items for her or anything like that. You know what? So I'm going to put you on hold, and call me back another time, and I'll send you something. I'm going to send you a T-shirt that says "None of my friends walk upright." Hey, great time to give me a call. By the way, we got an open line or two, which is pretty rare on the Pet Show. I do have many of the items I'm giving away are worth like $45 or $50. The Hugs and Kisses, Lucy Pet Food. I do have Hugs and Kisses to give away. I got Arthur Gold, copies of my best-selling books, Kitty Lickies, hemp seed oil. As I said, Lucy Pet Food, you just heard me give away a T-shirt, hemp seed oil, as well as that all-natural herbal flea spray. So if you have a question or comment, it's a great time to give me a call if you want to find out why your cat is not eating or eating too much, or your dog is showing aggression towards people, or when you take your dog for a walk and he sees another dog out on the street, he pulls you down the block. We'll resolve that issue for you. If your cat is scratching your favorite chair, keeping you up at night, or decided to poop on your favorite pillow, I'll resolve that as well. That's what we do here on the show. We help people cope or understand what type of situations they may be having with their pets and how to resolve any situations. In fact, it even makes the relationship people have with their pets a whole lot better. So it's a great time to give me a call. As I said, I got lots of great stuff to give away. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live in this next 20 minutes, so will get a fabulous gift for their dog or cat. Again, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Let me take a quick break, and then we'll get right back to a call or two. You know, And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. The phones are jamming. I'm going to get to all your calls. I'm going to get to you in a minute, Linda, but right now let me go to my friend Deborah in Newhall. Hey, Deborah, how can I help you today?
I just wanted to let you know my dog's favorite words.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a little rescue mutt. It kind of looks like a terrier chihuahua.
Oh, whoa. We don't call them mutts anymore. We call them blended breeds.
Oh, she's a blended breed and a lovely little girl.
And what's her favorite word?
Her favorite word, she's 10 years old and loves to go for walks. But all I have to say is it time? And she gets all excited because that means it's time for the walk.
So if you say to her, is she listening right now?
Yes, she's looking at me like, now I'm lying.
What's her name? What's her name? What's her name?
For a walk.
What's her name?
My dog's name is Mitzi.
Hey, Mitzi, is it about time?
She's wagging her tail.
I'm sure. But they do have phrases. They see. This is what tells me more about you, Deborah, than it tells me about your dog. Because people who have dogs and cats that react to their phrases indicate to me that you have conversations with your dog.
Totally, all the time.
Listen, my dogs are the only time I'll discuss religion or politics is with my dogs, because they seem to always agree with me, no matter what I say. They're on my side.
That's right.
How long?
I did have 2 rescues before this, Callie and Asta. And if I just said, how much is that doggy in the window, they started singing. I didn't even have to sing it. I would just say the words, and they knew them.
We're gonna play that song again. Yeah, how much is that doggy in the window? You know how that was Patty Page, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And listen, I found this out when I was broadcasting in New York on a major radio station on WR for years, the #1 station there for years. Anyway, when I was broadcasting there, I would play "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window?" and there's a little bark there, and woof woof. And I always thought that was a dog. It wasn't. A woman called me up and says it was a best friend who did that kind of stuff, would make sound. So it isn't even a real dog barking in that song. Frustrated me, by the way.
Wow. Well, I do have to say, I would like to send you something. I wrote a song called "I Love It When My Dog Wears Spectacles." I will send that to you, and I would just need an address to send it to.
Well, we can do that, because what I'm going to do is 2 things. Number 1 is I'm trying to think what I want to send you. How old did you say your dog was?
She's turning 10 next month.
Okay, I know what I'm sending.
We're guessing.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to send you some Arthritis Gold to keep those. It's an amazing product made right here in Temecula to keep those hips and joints. And Suzette, if you can give Deborah a way to get in touch with me or to send me something, I'm always accepting gifts. And I'd love to hear the song. Maybe we'll play it on the air next week. 866-870-KRLA. Let me take another quick call here. We are going to Linda Burbank. Welcome to the Pet Show, Linda.
Thank you. Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm calling because one of my best friends has a little Chihuahua mix who's about 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
And she pees a lot now. Like, it's involuntary. When she's sleeping, she'll be peeing, in her sleep, and she'll kind of leak as she walks around the house, and they don't know what to do about it.
Well, you take care of it like you would take care of any member of the family. What you do?
Well, yeah, but they don't have the extra money for the.
It's not money. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about money. But if they want to call their vet, there are medications that might be helpful. But why don't they just get the dog wearing diapers? The dog's probably embarrassed that he's going all over the house. He used to keep clean. Very often, doggy diapers can make all the difference. Because now, just remember, the dog wasn't peeing all over the house when he was younger. It was his house. He loved it. I live here. Don't you think he doesn't feel good about it as well?
They're afraid that she won't keep the diapers on.
Well, she'll keep little by little. Put it on, take it right off. Put it on, take it right off. Put it on, leave it a little bit longer. Get her adjusted to the diaper, and eventually she will use it. But that's going to make her feel better because she's embarrassed. Dogs get embarrassed, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat on this one. I wrote an article on this years ago, and I talked about it when I was hosting a show at the Garden many years ago. Dogs get embarrassed, and when they get older, if for some reason physiologically they're not able to either control their urine or their stool, and they have accidents because they have no control, they are literally embarrassed. So from a psychological aspect of it, try the doggy diapers, work them the best way you can. The pads around where the dog sleeps would be beneficial, but I think the doggy diapers are the best way, and maybe they can find a vet that is within their price range, and there are some new medications on the market that may help as well. Not always, but it's definitely worth a shot.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. I will pass that on.
Thank you, Linda. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, Linda, and I am going to send them for their 10-year-old dog. I'm going to send them hemp seed calming oil on its way to you, and I appreciate that call. Okay, here's the deal, guys. You guys are driving me nuts. I got a full line of phone calls. I'm going to take a break, but don't worry because I have a whole hour to go with you guys, an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to get to all your calls. Grab a cup of coffee. Grab a cookie for you. Did I say cookie? I know the dogs are running all over the place now. I'm going to take a break. When I come back, we'll get to your calls. But remember, we have a whole other hour to go, so don't go anywhere. I will get to your questions, and I will send you a great gift. But right now, I want you to listen carefully because I am going to brag. And we are back on the Pet Show, 866-870 KRLA, the phone number. Let me see if I can get to Bianca this hour. When we come back, I promise Lori, Gary, Charlotte, you'll be my first calls. But right now, let's go to Bianca. Hey, Bianca, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. Listen, I'm looking at my computer, and I see that you have a dog that's chasing rodents and hunting rodents. I'm assuming he's doing it mostly at night.
Mostly at night, and he hunts them, he plucks them. He got a seagull flying in on a landing. He got it by the neck, killed it. Raccoons, possums, everything.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's a little Boston Terrier.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go online. You can go to Amazon, wherever you want to go, and I want you to get yourself some Coyote Urine. It comes in crystals and it comes in liquid. You take that Coyote Urine, put it on the outside, the perimeter of your property. That will keep a lot of the rodents away. You can't stop the dog from chasing rodents, but you can keep the rodents away. The other thing you might want to try, and this has worked amazingly in my backyard. I love the rodents. I kind of invite them. But listen, what I did is Denise, my wife, went on QVC and bought these lights that flicker. They kind of go in a circle and they flicker. Since I put those lights in a couple of places in my backyard, I have not seen a rodent there at night. So that's something you might want to try, some flickering lights in the backyard, which can keep the rodents away. Or again, as I said, you can go online and you can try to get some Coyote Urine and sprinkle that around. Again, you're not going to stop your dog from chasing the rodents, but you can keep the rodents away. That's probably the better resolution.
Perfect. I'll definitely do that. Anything would help. Thank you so much.
Oh, don't go anywhere, Bianca. I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send you, because it looks like your Boston Terrier needs a little bit more energy, I'm going to send you a jar of my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats for him. We're going to take a quick break for the top of the hour. Lori, I want to get to you. Gary, I definitely want to get to you. The same thing with you, Charlotte. We're going to have plenty of time on the other side. We have a whole other hour to go. Plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. We're only going to break for a minute or two, so if you have a question, you want to get online right now, it's probably the best shot you got. But let it ring for a while. The phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And say hello to my screener, Suzette. She's so wonderful. Everyone who speaks to Suzette falls in love with her. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show.
to stumble, but we haven't yet. Your dog is barking, your cat missed the box. Your ferret's chewed up all your favorite socks. He sure knows how to get inside your pet's head. But maybe it's you who needs to be trained instead.
And if you love dogs and cats and all animals and want to find out why they behave the way they do, why your cat is scratching, not using a litter box, why your dog is humping your next door neighbor, chewing your favorite chair, you get the idea. This is The Pet Show, America's first and only. And if you have questions about your dog or cat's behavior, just want to share a great story, or the question of the day is, what's your dog or cat's favorite happy word? Great time to give me a call. Just a reminder, everyone that calls in and gets to talk to me live on the air will get a fabulous gift. And it's not for you, it's for that beautiful dog or cat. So great time to give me a call. Question, comment, the phone number 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. And let me just remind everybody that now I've really enhanced my YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but if I don't get to my topics on the show today, you may be disappointed. Well, don't be. If you go to my YouTube channel, they'll be there in a lot more detail as soon as I get off the air. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free. Lots of great information. Check it out. You'll enjoy it. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. Let me get back to the phone lines. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. 866-870-5752. Just before I do that, though, I'm going to go Laura, we got Joe, we got Gary, we got Charlotte. Let me just share this with you. Since you want your pet to be happy, and who doesn't, it can be really disheartening when they feel scared or appear anxious. But knowing the warning signs, and you should, which indicate that your companion has been triggered by something, is half of the battle. Pets show fear in a variety of ways. The most common signs include a crouched posture, trembling, an arched back, and pinned back ears. You should watch your dogs every day when they're healthy, when nothing is wrong. Get a good visual of that so you can detect any changes, because noticing those changes early on, believe me, can make all the differences in the world. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let me get right back to the busy phone lines here. How about we start out in Studio City with Lori. Hey, Lori, welcome to the show.
Warren, I'm so excited to talk to you. I'm a big fan. I listen to your show all the time.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
The word I use with my two rescues is who, and then the rest of it is who wants to go for a walk. And they go crazy. In fact, when I just said it, they jumped up and ran to get a toy. That makes them so happy.
Well, that just indicates to you how much they actually enjoy their walk.
They love it. They love it. But I do have a question for you. When I take them out for a walk, they bark at other dogs. They're like the neighborhood bully. And I feel terrible because none of the other dogs are barking.
Well, shame on you, Lori, for letting your dogs bark at another dog. What a bad thing. Let me ask you a question. What type of dogs are they?
One's a poodle, and one is a terrier mix.
Okay. How old were they when you got them, and were either one of them a stray dog or at a shelter for a long period of time?
They were both 2 years old when I got them. But I got them separately. First I got one and then the other.
Okay, so now both of these dogs, I don't know how much you might know about their background, but both of them probably did not come from a situation as well as your situation is with them. I'm sure they get any food they want. They go for their walks whenever they want. They get hugged and kissed constantly. So now these dogs are living with you. In the past, if they were strays or even at a shelter, maybe part of their way of showing any type of independence or assertiveness was to bark. So now when you take them out for a walk and they're on that 6-foot leash, that 6-foot leash is no longer a 6-foot leash. That is your home. and you are the person they're going to be territorial over. So what they're going to do is they're going to bark. And when they bark, what do? Of course, Laura, you're going to react. Say, knock it off, be quiet, stop it, you're driving me crazy, which is actually encouraging the dogs to bark more. When a dog is barking, they're excited. So when you start increasing your volume, knock it off, stop it, what the dogs actually assume you're doing is joining in with their barking and not trying to resolve it. The resolution to the problem is just keep walking. Don't stop. Don't say a word. Just keep walking. Once they realize they're not getting any attention, positive, negative, no attention for barking, what's the point? Everything in life is for attention. If they're not getting attention and not getting a reaction from you, Mom, why bother? Now, it's not going to happen overnight, but if you're consistent about it, when they start barking, don't respond. Just keep on walking with them. It's going to make all the difference in the world, because once you stop and once you react, you're actually reinforcing that behavior.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm glad. I hope it does, because it's going to work.
One of them also barks at bicycle riders.
Well, the reason they bark at bicycle riders instinctively, okay, dogs have an instinct to chase things that move. And every time he barks at a bicycle, the bicycle runs away. So he thinks he's winning. The bicycles are always going away. So every time he barks at one, he stops. So what I want you to do is, if you have friends of yours, let them ride the bicycle slowly or walk the bicycle when you have the dogs outside. Let him get used to seeing people on bicycle. He gets a treat or a toy at that point. It's what we call counter conditioning. So now when he sees a bicycle, it's not going to happen overnight, but now when he sees a bicycle, it's a positive association versus a negative or a fearful association.
I see. Okay, great. Thank you.
What are their names, Laurie? What are their names?
Ollie and Charlie.
Ollie and Charlie. I like those names. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to send you for Ollie. I don't know what's wrong with my throat today. I'm going to send you Ollie. I'm going to send you for Ollie and Charlie. I am going to send you guys. What do I want to send? You know what? I'm going to send you some hugs and kisses as well on the way to you. But remember, don't bark when they're barking. Just keep walking. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let's go to Gary in beautiful Huntington Beach. Hey, Gary. Welcome to the Pet Show.
Hello, Warren. Nice to chat with you again.
My pleasure. What's up?
You were asking what sets the dogs off in a happy fashion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we. excuse me. I think I got your problem throat here. But you know, the word was walk. I'd asked my wife if she wanted to join us, and whether she did or not, we'd go for a walk. And then it was then we started to spell it, W-A-L-K. He caught on to that too. So now I'm thinking the next best thing would be sign language.
Absolutely. Why not? Dogs respond to sign language. I have literally, you know, you may laugh, but literally, years ago, I was doing all the training for a group called Assistance Dogs International. And many of the clients I worked with had hearing challenges. And what we actually did, the dogs they had hearing challenges, was teach the dogs to understand sign language.
Wow.
Well, almost every dog trainer out there, when they train a dog, when they teach a dog to lie down, they use a raised hand to teach the dog to lie down. They'll use their paws their paws. Listen to me. Their hand towards the ground to tell the dog to stay. So it's very easy for dogs to pick up on visuals. In fact, it's much easier for dogs to pick up on visuals because they survive by reacting to each other's body language. So they're much more in tune with body language and signals. So absolutely, dogs can learn to sign. I've worked with many dogs that were taught to sign. But and I think it's great that you and your wife, you guys get the dog so excited by just using those terms. I used to say to my dogs, listen, my mother was the craziest person in the world when it came to animals. She raised a crazy son, too. Anyway, if I were to say to my dog, Ty, and my cat, Mowdy, hey, guys, let's get in the car. We're going to Grandma's house. They would go nuts. If I said we're going for a ride in the car, no big deal. If we're going to ride in the car to my sister's house, no big deal. But if I said, guys, we're going to ride to Grandma's house, boy, were they thrilled. Anyway, I got to move on. You have two dogs. Did you say two dogs or one dog, Gary?
No, just one, a little caring terrier.
Okay, a little Toto dog. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to send you for your little Toto dog. I am going to send you I'm going to send you some, wow, little terrier dog. I'm going to send you some hemp seed calming oil for your dog as well. Great time to call me, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. I don't understand question on number one. I have a question coming in from Toronto, Canada, and the question is, her cat does twirly things? What does it mean, Alex? Help me out here. Yeah, see, thank you, Alex. Thank you for making me look stupid once again. 866-870-KRLA. Now I got to go to Ruth. Hey, Ruth in Toronto. Welcome to the Pet Show.
Hello. Listen, I just want to say it's not so strange for me to listen to KRLA. I have tons of relatives in the Central Valley, so I have affinity for California.
Well, I appreciate that.
Anyways, and I recently discovered KRLA, and I've been listening to more often, and I appreciate your show. Okay, my twirly things. I noticed this. I've had cats for many, many years, but I noticed something. One of my cats, when I let her outside the back deck, and then she comes to the door and she wants to come in, I open the door, she goes out 2 feet, does a 360, and then come in. And I also noticed one of my other cats, early in the morning when I wake up, they all jump on my bed. They want their treats. And one of them comes up to me, and before she grabs the treat, she does a 360 again, and it's always to the right.
Oh, you got a right-pawed cat. What can I tell you? No. There's a reason.
I never noticed this before.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that. And dogs do it also. Dogs will very often circle before they get themselves in a very calm position.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you. You want
dogs
to do that too?
Oh yeah, dogs will do that too. Dogs will circle. It helps them notice if there's anything that might be dangerous for them or anything that might bother them. They make that circle because that the visual, and remember, their sense of smell is so much stronger than ours. So at the same time they're smelling things, then they get nice and mellow and calm down with mommy. But it's no more than a matter of making sure everything's okay before they lie down or hang out with mom. That's all it is.
Okay,
not a big
sorry
deal.
to bother you.
You're not bothering me? Why do you think you're bothering me?
No, I just thought, because you made it so simple, and I'm thinking, it's something serious.
Well, simple things come from a simple man sometimes. That's the way it is. So you said you've had cats for a long, long time.
Pardon me?
You said you've had cats for a long, long time.
I've had them since the first cat I got was 1987.
Wow, a while back. All right, so you're a cat person. I love you. I'm trying to think of what I want to send you.
You know what? I love dogs, but because I work in a situation where I'm on call and stuff like that, so I never got dogs. I would love to have a dog.
Well, that day will come.
Cats,
that day will come. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put you on hold in beautiful Toronto, Canada. Remember, check out the YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. But I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send you a copy of my cat book, How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want. You've had cats for a long time. Hopefully that'll make your understanding even deeper. And I really appreciate the call, and I appreciate the fact that even though you live in Toronto, Canada, you found out the best station in America. Of course, it's KRLA Radio. 866-870, the phone number here, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. I'm going to take a break. That's the best time to get through to the show. I still got more hugs and kisses to give away, Arthur Suit Gold, hemp seed oil, kitty lickies, Lucy Pet t-shirts, and flea spray. I didn't give any with flea spray today, so it's a great time to call me, 866-870-5752. And with the heat wave we just went through, if you don't think this is going to be an incredible flea time, you have a lot coming. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. A quick break, then right back at you. Listen, you love animals. I know you do. You've been listening to my show for 41 years, many of you. Here's a group I want you to help because they do And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to give me a call. Still looking for some more people who have a special word or a special sentence, or what's your dog or cat's happy word? Go outside, daddy's home, you want a toy, you want a treat, walk. What's your pet's favorite word? Give me a call. I'll send you a great gift. The phone number, 866-870-5752. 866-870-5752. That's 870 KRLA. Before I get back to the phone lines here, you know, a mixed breed, blended breed, generic breed can be a great choice if you're looking to adopt a pet, since the hybridization of breeds often leads to more gene variation, more stability in health and temperament, and less susceptibility to disease. So when looking for a dog, who cares if they're a blended breed? Who cares what they look like? Take it from me. Geez, after a day or two living with any animal, you don't fall in love with the outside, you fall in love with what they are on the inside. I've had some unusual looking dogs in my day, believe me. Believe me, some unusual looking dogs. Some of them you couldn't tell if they're walking backwards or forwards. But you know what? Once I met them, we were in love. That's the way it is. Don't fall in love with the looks. Fall in love with the heart. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let's go to Ben in Charlotte. Hey, Ben, welcome to the show. Ben. Oh,
Hello.
Ben. Hi, Ben. How are you?
It's Charlotte in Ben Lomond, California.
I'm even close. Hi, Charlotte. Where is Ben
Hi.
Lomond's? Where is Ben Lomond's, California?
Okay, so I have a 1-year-old.
No. Where are you calling from in California?
Well, I'm in Santa Cruz right now.
Oh, okay. No, I just got a little confused. It said something different. Anyway, what can I do to help you?
Okay, so I have a 1-year-old male cat, and he was feral. I got him from a rescue, and recently, like when I get ready for work, he'll attack my legs, and then the other day he literally jumped 2 feet in the air to try and attack me, and he does the sidestep thing with the arched back, and I don't know if he just doesn't want me going to work. It upsets him because he's left alone for like 6-7 hours.
Well, does he do it any other time?
No.
Okay, so then now obviously he doesn't want you to leave, or he's fearful when you leave. He feels like he's being abandoned. What I would do is twofold. Number one is I would find one item that he absolutely loves. And the only time he gets that item is just before or as you're leaving the house. Right now, he associates you leaving with something negative. I want him to associate you leaving with something positive. Now, before you say, listen to me carefully here. What I want you to do is that one item he only gets when you leave. When you come home later on, you pick it up, it gets put away till the next time you leave. That's number one. Number two, what I want you to do is I want you to practice going in and out. Go outside. Come right back in. Go outside, come right back in. Go out the back door, come in the front door. I want the cat to associate the fact that every time you leave, you're going to be coming back. And it's not always going to be for a long period of time. So the most important thing that you can do right now is you don't want to correct the cat. He's upset that you're leaving. He's already upset enough. To correct him is going to make him more upset. So what I want you to do is distract him a little bit at first. And again, counter conditioning, something I was driven into my head when I was in Europe, is that you take whatever the cat may be reacting to or the dog may be reacting to and change it into a positive experience. So if he now associates you leaving with something positive, your problem's over and done with, isn't it?
Well, that's easy. I can do that.
You know, Charlotte, sometimes I even amaze myself. Not too often, but sometimes I do. Anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put, you know what? I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to send you some kitty lickies. Toss down a couple of lickies and put some kitty lickies on it before you leave, and next time I'll say, get out of here, Mom. Get out of here. Get out of here, Charlotte. Leave me alone. I want my kitty lickies. Anyway, use that counter conditioning. It'll make all the difference in the world. Let's see. Oh, got some great calls here. We got I don't even know where to go. Let me do this. I'm going to take a break in a minute. We come back. We got Joe. I know, Joe, you called a lot, so I may bypass you today. We got Regina. We got Blake. We got Jeffrey. We got Charlene. We'll get to all your calls, 866-870-KRLA. That is the phone number. Lots of stuff I want to talk to you guys about as well. Let me do this right now because this is important. I always get this. Warren, my dog is aggressive towards strangers. Understanding how to stop aggression towards strangers starts with pinpointing the situation in which the behavior begins. Is it every stranger or a particular type of people? Is it men? Is it women? Is it kids? Is it people in uniform? Is it someone who wears a hat? Someone with a beard or a mustache? Does your dog get aggressive when a stranger comes to your home or when they see them on the street? Is it leash aggression? The only time they get aggressive is when they're on a lead? Or it can be a past trauma or abuse that they connect with a certain type of person. In both cases, positive reinforcement and counter conditioning and gradual desensitization to the stressor are what lead to the best results. Nothing more important than what I just read here. Don't blame the dog if the dog is showing aggressive behavior. I have worked with dogs that only showed aggression to certain women. I've worked with dogs that only showed aggression to men with beards. I've worked with dogs and cats that have shown aggression to men with long hair, men with short hair, men that wore hats, men that didn't wear hats. All of that can make a real difference. There are many things that can trigger that type of behavior, and a lot of it goes down to lack of socialization and early abuse. And I've literally had to work with dogs where I had to put on a hat every time I worked with them. I actually grew a beard while I was working with a dog that was just petrified of men in beards. He was so badly abused, actually by a biker gang on Long Island many years ago. And I had to grow a beard and wear a hat to kind of stimulate what the dog was going through. But it worked. That's the bottom line. When they smile and they come out better, it makes it all worth it. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Regina, Bruce, Blake, Jeffrey, Charlie, don't go anywhere. Let me take a quick break and then right back to your phone calls. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. else out there? The phones are jam-packed, so I'm just trying to think. Let's go to Bruce in Sherman Oaks. Hey, Bruce.
Hi, Warren.
Hey, Bruce. How you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I could not be better. How can I help you today?
I was calling with my pet's favorite word.
Okay, what kind of pet do you have?
Black Lab.
A beautiful black lab. And what's the dog's name?
Honey.
Honey. And how old is Honey?
3.5.
Okay, now her name is Honey, but how many different names do you have for her, Bruce? Come on, be honest with me.
Honey, Bobo, and that's about it.
I often joke, years ago, I was training a dog named Duke, because that was years ago when people named their dogs Duke.
Yep.
And I asked the people how many different names they had for the Duke. And after a couple of weeks, it was Duke, Dookie, the Dukester, Dookie Wookie Wookie, the Duke Man. More names for the dog than you can imagine. So anyway, Bruce, how can I help you? I want to hear. So you have a Labrador. You said he's how old now?
3.5.
And what's his favorite word or favorite sentence or favorite paragraph?
His favorite word is belly.
Belly. B-E-L-L. You just say belly and he goes crazy?
It's a she, but as soon as you say it, she comes over to you, flips over on her back, and will lay there for as long as you're willing to scratch her belly.
I'm kind of the same way, Bruce, to be honest with you. Rub my belly, I'm like a Buddha. Rub my belly, I'm like a Hotai. Rub my belly, I'll be there forever. No, you're absolutely right. When they associate something so positive with an image, and dogs are a little different than people. We may think about the word, but when you say belly to the dog, that whole image comes across of her being on her back, of you rubbing her belly. It's more than just the word. She associates that word with the visualization of exactly what's going to take place, and that's why she's so happy. How close? I can tell. How close are you to this dog, Bruce?
She's as close as our kids.
Really? And how old are the kids? I'm always curious to find about the age of kids and how they react with the dog.
34 and 37.
I guess they're okay. I guess they're not teasing the dog or at least I hope they're not teasing the dog, Bruce, at that age.
Not at all.
You know what, Bruce? I'm going to do. You sound like a really great guy, and it sounds just the fact that I can tell. I've been doing this for a few weeks. I can tell from people and the way they talk about their compassion for their animals. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put you on hold. I'm going to send you probably the most expensive gift I have. I'm going to send you a jar of my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement. Before you give it to them, I want to hear the word belly, then you can give it to her. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. We are going to we're going to Regina. Let's go to Regina. Interesting call. Hey, let me get my mouse to work here. Hey, Regina, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. I have to tell you, I love you and I admire you for all that you do. You're awesome.
I could not do it without you, my audience. There would be no Pet Show without you guys. So what can I do to help you today?
I have a grand dog, black lab. Her name is Packer. She's named after the Green Bay Packers because we're all Packer fans. And she is probably, well, she's 13 at least, but I think she's hitting for 14. She's old. She has the usual back leg syndrome of old dogs and a few other things. My son is they're treating her with medication and pain medication, and she sees that like every 3 months. When I have her, when they're going away, she comes to my house, and this last time that I had her, she seemed less comfortable. And I had only had her for maybe a couple of days, maybe a month before. She paces a lot, and she pants a lot. And she is, I know she's getting dementia because she's getting a little blind and hard of hearing and all that. And I was just wondering, with the panting, or the other thing she does when she's laying down, she'll be licking her bed.
Okay, licking her bed is not uncommon. When a dog licks something, very often it's a way of calming themselves down. The first thing the mother does when the puppy is born is the mother licks the puppies to clean them off. So licking is definitely a sign of calming down. And in terms of dementia or Alzheimer, whatever you want to call it, dogs do suffer through it. They go through it the same way people go through it. There are some medications on the market, but obviously your kids are seeing a veterinarian. So the best thing that you can do at this point is to keep the dog as comfortable as possible. In other words, if she's, besides licking the paws, you said she was doing something else?
Oh, she pants.
Okay. Panting
She's panting a lot, and she wanders. She walks around a lot.
Okay, so that's obviously a sign of dementia. So what you would do is you would take care of her like you would take care of any other member of the family that were suffering with dementia. Understand that she's not going to go out in the backyard for a long time by herself. She'd always be, you have to always be with her. She needs to be reinforced every day, even if she doesn't even know. And sometimes they get to the point where they recognize you, but they don't know where they are. The pacing's very common, very, very normal. The licking's a way of calming yourself down, and the pacing is anxiety. So one of the things you might want to try is a little doggy massage. And it may sound eccentric to some people, but I am a big, big fan of doggy massage. I've used it for years and years. I have a friend of mine that does nothing but being a masseuse for dogs, and some of the animals she works with are absolutely changed once she starts doing it. So I'm a big, big fan of massage. That may calm her down a little bit, but even if it doesn't calm her down, who doesn't like a good massage? It's going to make her feel better, and it's going to make you feel better. And I would just watch her as carefully as you possibly can, and just let her know till the day you have to say goodbye how loved she is. If she wasn't under vet care, I might go a little bit further, but the fact that she is, I think at this point it's more of a behavioral responding to her and letting her go through this dementia, but just being there to kind of let her know she's still loved. I know that's not the answer you want.
And then just let her do the panting when she's walking around.
Unless you find that the panting is
or just anxious.
If you know what, in terms of anxiety, there's a couple of things. First of all, let me just talk about this a little bit. Usually, when a dog is really anxious, they'll yawn, they'll lick, they'll shake off, pull their ears back, and flat against their head. If your dog is nervous around people or other dogs, that might be it. But yours is a different ballgame here. Your anxiety and nerves is due to age and dementia. It's not due to a fearful situation. But what you want to do is really take a look and see if that gets any worse. But I think you're doing everything you can do. But the most important thing is to sit down and just let her know how much love she is, and don't give her the opportunity to get into trouble because she doesn't have the ability at this point to compensate for it.
Okay, good. And you know what? I did start massaging her this time.
Great.
Because she'll come by me and she'll stand, and she can't stand very long because her legs get tired. And I've been massaging her and even brushing her a little, like with my
Does she still like to go for her walks? Does she still like to go for her walks?
She can walk. She can, but she can only walk for a little.
Listen, I years ago I wrote the foreword for a book for an organization, an incredible organization that I've worked with for years called Pets with Disabilities. If you go online to Amazon, they have, I don't have the exact name. Pam Scholl, come on, send me an Instagram, Pam. Tell me what they're called. And it goes in front of the back legs, and it's got like artificial sheepskin, and it gives you a handle on either side, so you can lift the back legs and hold it from the middle. I would definitely give that a shot, because sometimes, even though they're going through the dementia, a lot of that can be due to the depression. Listen, I have rheumatoid arthritis. I know when I don't feel good, I get a little depressed myself. And so I think that might be beneficial, even if it's just a matter of holding her up for a few minutes so she can walk around a little bit longer. I think it's definitely something you'd want to try.
Okay, great. Oh, God bless you. I want to say one thing. I just found this that I'd written down. Dogs come into our lives to teach us about love. They depart to teach us about loss. A new dog never replaces an old dog. It merely expands the heart. If you have loved many dogs, your heart is very big, and yours must be very big. Mine is very big also.
Well, Regina, listen. Can you send me that? If I'm going to put you, Suzette, when you get on with Suzette, I'm going to send you. When you get on with Suzette, tell her that I want you to send me something, and she'll give you the information how you can do that.
Okay, great. And I copied this from somewhere. I didn't note it, so it's not from me.
That's okay. I'll put. We don't know who did it, but we love it anyway. I'll put that.
Okay,
anyway.
Great. God bless you for all.
No, thank you, Regina. I'm going to put you on hold, and the lovely Suzette's going to pick up, and Suzette will give you the information how to send me that poem. And what am I going to send you? God, I don't. You know what? I'm going to try something with you. I'm going to send you some Orthosud Gold. I don't know at this point if it's going to make much of a difference, but I'm going to send you some Orthosud Gold. Follow the directions, see if it doesn't make a difference, and then let me know. And bless you for that phone call. Phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Let me take a break. When I come back, we have Lynn in Simi Valley. We got Blake in Santa Clarita. We got Jeffrey in Hollywood. We got Charlene in Irvine. We got Maria. I'm going to try to get to all your calls, but by now you all know when I get off the air here, I do my my international show for Radio America Armed Forces Radio. I'll give you that number later in the show if I'm running out of time, and you guys will be my first calls on that show. Same type of show. I give away the same type of gift. So don't go anywhere. Let me take a quick break right now and then back to your phone calls. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. The phones are jamming. I'm going to try to get to as many calls as I can, but let me give you that number now for the network show. That starts at 1 o'clock. Don't call till 1 o'clock. Be patient. You'll get through. I promise I'll answer eventually. Write this number down, but again, not till 1 o'clock. 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. Hey, Jeffrey, Hollywood, welcome to the Pet Show, Jeffrey.
Hey, hi, Warren. Love the show.
Thank you.
I'll try to be as brief as possible. I adopted about a 9-month-old orange tabby male, got him fixed 10 days ago. I have also a border collie and a gray tabby, 11 and 10. And so I'm trying to mix him in. He's great with the dog, but he's he's aggressive. He and my older cat get aggressive.
Okay,
so
did you do any scent swapping with them?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Okay, great. So you're doing that now. That's a good head start. And when you say they're aggressive,
lavender and chamomile to kind of calm them.
Okay, but more important than what you're using to calm them down, what happens? Okay. In other words, when you leave, they're separated, correct?
Yeah.
When you're home, where are they? Still separated?
When I'm home, they are. Well, okay. So he's in a big. I've done a lot of rescue my whole life. So I had a pit bull cage, and I've got him in the cage sleeping with all of his stuff in there. So at night when we sleep, the other two sleep with me, and he's right next to us, so he can actually see us. But he's in the cage just because they would tear each other up.
How badly are they going after each other?
I mean, it's pretty bad.
Okay. Number one,
There's no blood or anything. I wouldn't let that happen.
Okay, you're doing the scent swapping, which is important. If you can have someone also come to your home, this would be very helpful. Here's what I recommend.
Okay.
If we can get them in the same location, when I mean the same location, the same room, for a couple of minutes without a reaction, and we start building on that, we're ahead of the game. So what I'd like you to do, if one person that you know well or the cat knows well can hold one cat while you're holding the other, just sit on opposite ends of the room, opposite ends of the couch, 5 or 6 minutes. When they stop ignoring each other, that's enough for that time. Also, after you've done that for a week or so, what I'd like you to do is get some new things down on the floor. Put some cardboard boxes and paper bags on the floor, put one of the cats down, then pick that cat up, put the other cat down, and then little by little, you should be able to put them both down while they're investigating all these new items that came into the house. Do it gradually and little by little. You're talking to someone who had as many as 30 cats at one time. Believe me, they didn't all love each other when I brought them in. But so it's going to take some time, but the fact that you have such vast experience with this and the fact that you're so patient, just give it some more time. And again, give them the time to be together, but always end on a positive note, and you'll be way ahead of the game. I promise you, Jeffrey.
We'll do that.
Hey, Jeffrey, do you have a copy of the cat book?
I don't.
Well, you're going to have one now. And again, do you have any special? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I want to ask you. I've been thinking about. I don't really care about the price or anything, but I've been thinking about maybe getting a cat behaviorist in. Also, would that help? Or
you can't afford me, Jeffrey.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I'm just joking. I don't do it anymore. I wish I had more time and physically I was able to.
Oh, you're a sweet.
No, I do. Listen, the only time I'll do it is occasionally I'll come across a senior citizen I bump into in Santa Monica, and I'll go over and help them out a little bit. But I just don't have physical and the time. But I have the knowledge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a copy of the book. And believe me, I don't think you need a behaviorist at this point. I think you need a little bit more time, a little bit more socializing, and you'll be way ahead of the game. That's where you need to be right now. And you can always call me. Call me again if you have another question.
I will do that. And like I said, just one thing, party. In the cage, the reason I have them in the cage is so that I figure they at least see each other and they can make contact if they want to, but they don't do that. So I figure the worst thing he could do is just sequester them where he can't see them because he won't get to know them otherwise. So
what I want you to do, what I'd like you to do is take the new cat out of the cage, have him in another room with someone else, and let the cat that's been there all along go into the cage where the new cat is. Let them get in there. Let them sniff around. Let them get to know that smell.
Okay, perfect.
Jeffrey, give him a big hug and a kiss. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Oh no, thank you, guys. don't thank me. I thank you guys. The animals you guys rescue and save are just above and beyond. Anyway, I'm putting you on hold. You're getting a copy of how to get your cat to do what you want. I appreciate that phone call. Again, write this number down. If I don't get to your call, Lynn, Blake, Charlene, Maria, the same show. I give away the same gifts. 877-725-8255. Don't start calling to 1 o'clock, but let the phone ring, ring, ring. It's going to Washington, D.C. for Radio America, Armed Forces Radio. Again, the number 877-725-8255. A quick break, then right back to your calls. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show. Is it possible that your smell can calm your cat down? And why do so many cats sniff their guardians, especially around the face? Listen carefully. If your cat sniffs you, however, be reassured that's because they find you comforting. When cats are in the presence of a stranger or in unfamiliar environment, they like to search for smells which are familiar and comforting. This is why they may come up to your face to breathe in your scent. It helps them feel more at ease as they find comfort in you and your natural smells. So true. It's so true. And that's why it's so important that people understand their animals' behavior. By the way, for the lady who called with the dog having trouble walking, my friend Pam Scholl, who I find is just an amazing person. She should have a halo over her head. Anyway, the name of the harness is Help Me Up Harness. It's called the Help Me Up Harness, the Help Me Up Harness. And I hope that helps you out a lot there. The phone number here, I'm not going to give you the phone number again because I'm going to run out of time. Write this number down. This goes to all of you. Lynn, Blake, Charlene, Maria. You'll be my first callers on my network show. However, the show starts at 1 o'clock. It comes out of Washington, D.C. on Radio America. It's the same type of show. I'm going to go over the same type of topics. Questions, the only difference will be the questions will be coming in from all over the United States. They'll be coming in from all over Canada. They'll be coming in from Guam. So the calls will be coming in from different parts of the country, not just Southern California. But you guys will be ahead of the game, and I'll tell you why. The show actually starts at 6 minutes after 1. If you start calling at 1 o'clock, maybe they'll pick up the phone at 1:03, 1:04, so be patient. You'll be way ahead of the rest of the country who's not going to hear the show starting until 6 minutes after. So that number again is 877-725-8255. Also, I'm going to give it to you again, 877-725-8255. People are always asking me, Warren, where can we watch, listen, and learn during the week? I have some new social media I want to share with you guys. I have a brand new Facebook page because Facebook did whatever they did. My new Facebook page, I'm going to be sharing a lot of info there, is facebook.com/Warren Talk Radio. Facebook.com/Warren Talk Radio. Check out the YouTube channel, an important channel, lots of great info there. YouTube.com/Warren Eckstein. My Instagram is Instagram @Warren Eckstein, but check out that YouTube channel, lots of great stuff there as well. Again, that number for the network show, 877-725-8255, 877-725-8255. And as I said, I give away the same type of gifts on that show as I do here. So great time to give me. I don't want to rush you, Charlene, Maria, Blake, or Lynn. That's why I want you to go over to that network show. I can help you guys over there as well. Till next week, you all know what to do by now. Give all of your dogs and your cats a big hug and a kiss for you. And please, a very special one between the ears for me. I'm Warren Eckstein, and thank you for listening to The Pet Show.